Hey guys, welcome back to Games Mods. So we are going to modify a little bit of the Nerf Rival Forerunner here. Not the internals, although I do think I have to open up the blaster to put what we have in. But what should be in this box is a stock attachment, which this needed really badly. I think it has a kind of 3D printed rail for up here. And what was the third thing? The third thing was, let's see, stock, rail, and something else I can't think of right now. Anyways, let's get into the box here. Put the blaster to the side just for a second. And let's see what's in here. So this is from PalmtopSupply. Josh, really good at delivering stuff when we get new blasters. I talked to Xbox Games yesterday, I think. He commented on my video about the Nerf Rival pilot. He said thanks for the review, and he just announced that he has made a inline clip of his version. So I may be getting that to compare it to the France Foamworks one. His looks very simple. It's basically a tube that goes into the breech and then it twists on cap just like his other one. So I might get that. Probably tomorrow I'll order it. But anyways, let's get into this box here. Alrighty. All right, box is empty. So let's see here. Ooh. 90%. Josh is hilarious. He goes, thanks Ryan for all the support. I threw in a Chronos speed layer that I printed. 90% works in the Forerunner. Okay. So what we have is we have the stock attachment point, the flare loading port with the top rail, and a rear shroud. That was the other thing, rear shroud and rail. So I'm excited. We got some stickers here. I think we have some over here too. Yeah, over there. So let's get into the pieces here. Ooh, pretty. All right. Now, when you order these pieces, they are separate in his catalog. This is separate from these, I believe, and then this is separate as well. The shroud here, you can actually, I opted to basically get these. You can get without. That'll be the cheapest version that you can get. But you can get up to, I think it's 6 on each side. But these are to hold extra round, which is very nice for Rival. I didn't want to make the Forerunner a short dart thing just because I kind of like it as the Rival-esque blaster. But I got 3 for each side, so 6 in total. Was a Forerunner hold 10? 12. So you can get 6 on each side. That way you have a whole extra thing if you want. But I thought, why not? I didn't want to go full bore, so I figured, you'll basically have an internal mag and a half with this. So we have some bungee cord, and that always worries me. But we got the hardware in here, and let's see what's in here. So here's the stock. You can order this in different colors. I got yellow just to match the rest of the blaster, because if you look at the blaster here, it's blue, yellow, and black. So that's gonna look okay there. I'll probably have a black stock attachment, and then I got black for on top, which I think goes here somewhere, and then the top rail is gonna like that. So I think it'll look pretty cool. So see what else we have in here. Oh, this is this Cronus thing. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now, I have some of these for my actual Cronuses, or Cronai. What, I don't know plural on that. But this looks pretty fancy. Get some of that 3D stuff out of there. Yeah. There we go. Cool. Yeah. I don't know how he wants me to attach this to the Forerunner. Actually, I'm not even sure how many rounds this takes. Let me see here. I got a few rival rounds here. These are from the pilots that we opened the last time. One, two, three, four. So it looks like a 6-round maybe. So yeah, not bad. I'll just leave those in there for now. But for now, I'm gonna put these to the side. So that's cool. And next we have to open the Forerunner. And I'll just do that off camera real quick. Alright guys, so I got the blaster open. So for this, you will need to do very minimal, not really shell cutting, but more shell drilling. But don't worry, it's not near the internals at all. It's actually up in this black area mostly. And I'll show you what we got here. So when you take this apart, there's 3 sections that you want to get to. We open up the Forerunner. You have the grip here, so there's 3 screws in there. And then when you undo these 3, you kind of lift up and kind of slide it back, because you do have a screw here and a screw here. All of this, you just unscrew. When you get to this thing in here, it's a very tiny screw, so don't lose that. But that goes into there, and once you pop that out, you can pop this off. It just sits there. And it should just come off. Just don't lose those 2, because we do have to put those back for your adjustable sight there. But what you will need is well, he said that you need a 3, what do you say, 3 3s, what is this? What size is this? A 3/32 drill bit, but I'm thinking you only need this if you're pre-making the holes. So if you print this at home, it's for these holes here, these 3, these on the side, and so forth and so on. But we're gonna be drilling the hole into the blaster, so I went one size smaller, which is a 5/64, and that fits in there pretty loose, because the hole's already drilled, so I don't need to drill that out. I didn't need to drill through this when I fit it onto there, so I know where to put the screws, afterwards. So that's what I will be doing. So for opening up the blaster, you don't really need to do anything on the on the inside. The only thing that you need to do is kind of fixate this guy with the other half, and this takes 2 of these screws here. They go on either side, like so. I'm going to put them in there just enough, but not all the way through, just so you can see where they go. There we go, there's 1. And this is the top rail and wide mouth load hole, I guess. Just screw that in a little bit. Kind of looks like Frankenstein. So the way that you're going to position this is, I think this is the only reason why you need to open the blaster. These 2 tabs here, they kind of go underneath. So you just want to position the hexagon over your loading port, of course, like so. Technically, I'm not sure how to do this, because you kind of need both halves, unless I can squeeze that in there somehow. We'll see. But basically, you want this to go into there, go into here. And see, this curve up here will rest right against that curve right there. Do this without looking anything up. If it doesn't slide like I just tried to do, just lift it out again. Just be careful. I'm going to try to get as close to that thing as possible. Now, I have this one in, but this one's out, and I'm wondering if this is a good time to put the other half on. Probably, because I do want to get, I want to make sure something, yeah, okay. Don't want to close too much, because you have to fit that other piece in there. Just like that, question mark. I'll put in a few screws. I mean, I have a feeling we probably won't need these screws, but we'll see. Because I think with those two tabs in between the shells and it being all screwed together again, I think it'll be more than enough to hold it, but we will see. We shall see. If this yellow side thing falls out, don't worry about it. You can put it in after the fact too. Just want to get the main three around this thing. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. I want to move this back just a smidge. I mean, I can get to the door, but I have OCD, so let's see here. Put in some more screws. What I'll do is I'll screw the rest of the blaster together, and then I'll unscrew these 3 screws and see if I can wiggle it back a little bit. Well, we have a gap up here, so I'm not sure why. I'm going to undo these 3 to see if I can move this rail back a little bit. And maybe that'll reset itself. We shall see. Not sure why that's not closing. I can feel this movement a little bit, but it's tight in there. I'm wondering if that's blocking that from closing, but very hard to tell. Let me try doing this screw one more time. It's moving, but it's not moving in the direction we want it to. So, that's a problem. Because I think it's stuck into the side that we put it in, it's just not sticking into this side, and that's what's pushing up. So, like I don't want to force it, but yeah, because even when looking in here from the side, you can see there's more on this side than this side, which is a problem. Even when you close it together, it's not liking that. So let me undo it again. All right, guys, so I moved a little bit, got closed up. Still a little bit of a gap, but that might be fixed by putting in these pieces, which I'm going to go ahead and do now while I'm thinking about it. So we need that screw, we need this guy and this guy. And the way that that's gonna go in is this guy's gonna go in first, underneath here, I believe. Right there on that side. You're gonna put your other piece right there. And you're gonna put the screw into that guy, like that. You can kind of with a really tiny screwdriver. Alright, I think this is even smaller than a 1. And there you go. And that's just to raise the sight up and down if you really want to. Yeah, whatever. So that closed up. So, and we're good. Now, these screws, let me take them out for a second and see where they line up. If it's gonna be like trying to drill into really small material, because the lip is like right there, and if I don't need them, I won't put them in, because it's in there pretty good as is. Yeah, that's not enough material to grip, so I'm gonna leave these 2 screws out. And these are probably the only 2 that you probably don't need if you do this, just because it is sandwiched inside the shell there. And that's not gonna move. It's stuck in there. This is a little loose, but you're not gonna have to worry about that. Next, let's do the sock attachment. So what this is this is just for putting on a sling. Like if you want to put a sling on the end of this, because when you put this on, it's basically gonna go on like that. So now your sling attachment is now gone. So he gave you basically a replacement kind of thing. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this, you're gonna put it into here, and this just opens up into this. So let's see if we can do this here. It's gonna go in there, and he gives you a lot to work with, which is nice. So Basically going to put it through there. And you can tie it. And again, you can get this cord in different colors. I chose black because I like black. There we go. And I'm going to put the knot probably inside here somehow. Just fold it up into it because you're not going to see this. Like so. And then if you want, you have it hanging down out here. And once these are screwed in to the rest of the shell, this won't be a problem here. Actually, that's not right. Hold on. Because basically you're supposed to have a loop through here. Like so. You're supposed to have a loop coming out of here. So let's do that. A loop through here. So you're supposed to have something coming out like that. And then these guys, yeah. These guys you can tie onto this. And we can just feed that loop back through like so. If you really want to get, you see, I was going to say needle nose pliers, I don't have any near me at the moment. Or this is very awkward to do. There we go. Got it. So, yeah, that'll be good there. So the next part we will do is we will screw holes into the shell right here. I believe that's going to the blue part in the back. Again, there's nothing back there you got to worry about hitting internal wise. Just make sure you do it straight. So, get my handy dandy drill here. My, what was this, the 5? I got to double check. 5/64 drill bit. Make sure it's on. Yep. I'm going to go pretty slow because I don't need to drill really far in. Just enough. Got it? Next one. Got it? Other side. Got it? One more. Got it. So just a little bit of material came off, but yeah, that's nothing. Now we can put in the screws. And it doesn't matter which 4 you use, they're all the same here. There's one. I could probably use a drill bit for this and it might be easier. I just thought of that. I was like, why not have the drill out? All right, I'm gonna switch that for actual bit to screw into stuff. Let's see if this one's gonna go. No, not really. Maybe this one. Oh, grip. This bit is a says PH1. I have no clue what that means. But yeah. I'm just gonna go pretty slow because I don't want to damage anything. A little bit more. Okay, there's that side. We're gonna switch over to the other side here. Put the other two screws in, like so. There we go, there's one and two. Whoop. Two. There we go. So the stock attachment's done. Now this is an N-Strike attachment. You could put on a stock adapter for whatever you want, which I will be doing. I gotta go find one upstairs to see which one I like. But that's that for that guy. So next we will move on to the Shroud. I think that's the final piece, right? Shroud and the ammo holder things. So we're gonna get our drill bit back on because we do have to do 6 more holes, I believe. There we go. And this, the way that faces is this way onto this. And I believe just goes on like that. Fits in very nicely with the shell, or with the stock attachment here. Okay. So the 3 holes that you're gonna do on this side is 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna make sure of that because it's hard to tell where that one. This one and this one are definitely in the black space. This one is very hard to tell. I think it is, but we'll see. So I'm gonna hold this down as much as possible so it doesn't move while I'm doing this. There's 1. There's 2. 3. Still holding it. I'm gonna flip it around here like so. Same thing on this side. 1. 2. 3. So there's those. Now, before we screw this on, because I do believe we have to put these on first, but I want to get those holes drilled out of the way. Should just slide off, hopefully. There we go. You can clean up your holes if you want a little bit. So yeah, it's right above the blue where it connects. So just keep that in mind when you're drilling. You don't really want to drill in this space, but it is where it is. So for these guys, I do believe Oop, come back. Let's see, you can put these anywhere on here as long as they fit. I'm gonna put them, you can either fit it here and here or here and here for the 3s, which, let's see, do we want it more back or more forward? I think I'm gonna do, hard decision. Let's do, decisions. Let's do forward. Yeah, I'm gonna do forward. So this should be fairly easy. Just gonna take a screw here, put it through this guy first. My dumb fingers can work. There we go, there's one. I just did it so it's like that much out on the other end. Same thing with the other one. I thought they would just fall through, but it's good that they have a little bit of a grip and a little bit on that side. So now we can line them up very well here and here. And these, see how there's like a bumpy side and then a flat side? The flat side is going to be facing in, and this little piece here will go into this slot. I don't know if you can see that. There's a slot here and a hole here where the screw is going to come out, and then you're just going to screw it on in. There's one. Oop. Maybe I need to do a little bit more. Let's see here. That's supposed to hold it, but I mean, it's holding it. You might not even need these because the screw doesn't go all the way through. So, but it's holding it fine. I'm just going to do it to the other one here. Make sure that's lined up. Of course. Again, you never want to over tighten, especially with 3D printed parts, because you can wreck them. But that's in there enough. And what's good is he recessed these into here, so when you put the rival round in there, I don't have one near me. Oh wait, yeah I do. Here. When you have the rival round in there, it's not going to fly out or nothing. So this screw isn't popping out at it. That holds actually very well. So cool. Now to the other side. Don't think it matters which screw. They're all the same size. That's the cool thing about Josh's stuff. All the screws in all 3 of these kits are all the same size. A little bit. A little bit on there. And again, we're gonna line up the holes. Same kind of fashion. And just like that, should be golden. Yep, just like that. So now we can put this back on. Make sure that we're lined up with our holes, which I believe we are. Let's see here. So there's one here that we need to get to, one here and one here. And I believe they're lined up. It's really hard to see. It's really hard to see. There it is. Okay. Make sure on the other side. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're gonna start putting the screws in for this guy. Let's start with back here just because. Hold that in place. Oh, we need to exchange the drill bit for the screw here. Make sure I hold that in place. Make sure that doesn't fall out. All right, there's that one. I'm gonna flip it to the other side just so these two are done. And the other shouldn't be a problem after the fact because I felt it pushing a little bit, but it's because you're drilling something into it. But I'm going slow. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the other side. Put a couple more in. I'm going to screw this in just a little bit so it stays. It's probably the best bet. Same thing with the other one. Now, I have a problem here. This is going to hit this, so I'm going to have to hand screw this in because that's going to be impossible. Now the good thing is if I ever do need to open up the Forerunner here, I still can. I just have to take a lot of screws out. More than, usual. So there's those two. I'm going to flip it over and put the last two in. And after that, I believe we're done. Then we can get to the fun part, putting a sight and the stock on it. Yeah, just like that. It's all done. Cool. Let me go grab a stock and a stock attachment real quick and we'll see what it looks like finished. Alright guys, and here it is. So I put a stock on it, a goofy sight, probably too big, and I put some rival rounds in it all over. So I think it looks pretty cool. very well done by Josh over at Palm Top. This is a worker 3D printed stock. It folds, which is pretty cool. Just underneath the Rival rounds there. And then it'll fold back, of course. So yeah, I think it looks pretty sick. And still works fine. So, and then you have your sling attachment underneath here. So yeah, overall I give this a really good A++ for Josh. I do want to see, Josh, if you're listening, I do want to see a different pump grip, maybe. This one's fine, you know, but with all Rival blasters that have a pump grip, we always want to see different ones, just because, and maybe a different front end to match the aesthetics of everything. But of course, print it in orange for safety. Other than that, I think that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. I'll leave the links down below for each piece, for the top railing here, the shroud, and the stock attachment. I highly recommend you go get all from Josh. Also, I did see, I got a notification today from my shop app. The Harrier is on its way finally. I wasn't in the first set of orders, I was in the second. So I expect to be reviewing it on Sunday, so look forward to that. Sunday will be Harrier Day, I believe. If not Sunday, definitely Monday. So look out for that. But other than that, guys, I think that's it. Please like, follow, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.